Is 6th against 7th in the National League. It is the second of 8 games in a month of December for the Magpies, who take on a Woking side looking to bounce back from midweek defeat to Sutton.
Woking probably had the better of it so far. A couple of balls into the Notts penalty area. Dion Kelly-Evans has had to be on his toes to repel the danger as Woking come again.
Yeah, they do, with Spazov through the middle, playing it out to the right-hand side where they've got a little bit of space to operate with as well. There's going to be a shot from range from the edge of the penalty area, around 22 yards out or so. It was Max Kretschmar who took aim and fired.
Woking getting really 9 men behind the ball there. And a break off as Notts come forward.
Walker again, edge of the Woking penalty area, out to the right-hand side, going to run at his man and beat him and hit it. And I think it's kissed the outside of the post on the way behind for a goal kick. If not, it might have just run along the outside of the post that holds pretty much dead centre, just to the right of. Here's Michael Doyle. He's going to cross it up towards the back post, where a couple of players will look to nod it back. They have done. They found Wootton, who's fired and stuck it just wide, but thanks to a deflection from left to right to Dion Kelly-Evans, now with Walker, who's let the ball do the work and left Casey for dead. Now comes the cross, and it was just demanding to be tapped into the back of the net by either Sam or Wootton, and neither of them could reach. It's a wonderful bit of skill inside the 3 minutes that are added on at the end of this first half. Another long one into the 6-yard box again, flicked by Rawlinson towards the back post. Tarpey, I think, got his head on it at the back stick, and he couldn't keep it down, put it up over the top of the crossbar and behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, it's certainly.
Hooked away by Cooper. Dion Kelly-Evans challenges for it, wins the header against Tarpey. The ball's up in the air again, and now back on the turf as Spazov manages to work it back, as the deflection now works through towards Kyle Wootton inside the penalty area. Down he goes. Will he get a penalty? Referee's given it. The Woking players are incredulous at the referee's decision. Thought Notts were going to get a penalty in the week at Dagenham, where I was much more convinced about it than this one here. We're now getting a replay. The deflection took it into the path of Wootton. The tackle comes across from Jack Cook. Down went Wootton. He looked expectantly, hopingly at the referee, and the referee's pointed to the spot as the referee paroles along the outside of the penalty area and makes sure that nobody's tiptoes are inside. Here comes Kyle Wootton with his right boot. It's brilliantly saved by the keeper, but arguably a poor penalty as well. He hit it with plenty of power, but it was at a good height and it wasn't tucked away far enough into the corners.
Yeah, it was one of them, isn't it? Good height for the keeper. If he goes the right way, he generally saves it. It's only a poor penalty when you miss, isn't it? But Kyle Wootton.
Thank you, Jake. Here comes the free kick. Turner nods it across, and Kyle Wootton handed another excellent opportunity to try and get a goal. He has a swing at it with his left foot. A little Cruyff turn flip from Reeves. Back out towards Dion Kelly-Evans again with his left foot. Not a bad ball. Back into the penalty area. Controlled by Enzio Baldwin, who tries the spectacular overhead from around 17 yards out. Was always going to be tricky to challenge the goalkeeper too much. West Ham have got Manchester United. That game will have supporters at it this evening, as a few have, including at the Madejski Stadium earlier on, where Forest lost by 2-0 at Reading. Here come Woking again. Ball to the edge of the Notts penalty area. Shot goalwards is high and wide. Gives it to Reeves, and Reeves will find it straight back to his big burly centre half. And Jimmy Knowles is stripped and ready to come on now for Notts as the ball goes through in the direction of Enzio. Can he get away from the last man? He's inside the area, back to goal. He spins away from him. He rolls it to Wootton, who must score! And he does! If at first you don't succeed, you try, and you try again. And a third time's a charm for Kyle Wootton this afternoon. Made in Holland by Enzio Baldwin, who did all the hard work and put it on a silver platter for Kyle Wootton, who couldn't miss that one. He'd missed a penalty and a glorious opportunity besides that a few minutes later. He doesn't miss this time. He doesn't really even celebrate. So
you might find this game opens up a little bit as Woking have to throw 1 or 2 more men forward and take a chance themselves.
They throw the long ball forward, and the Woking player's gone down, and there are large cries from the Woking players for a penalty. And you always do wonder, when a referee's given one in a game, whether or not he'll look to even it up with another. But he's $2.5 million, and here he is at 34 years young, playing for Woking in the National League. Long ball up towards the Notts penalty area. It's pinned around. It comes to Tarpey, who volleys. Brilliant tackle and a block made by Dion Kelly-Evans. Danger not cleared. Slocum comes and grabs it. I think so. Now here goes NCO Baldwin, who's played such a key part in the Notts goal. He chases after this one to the left-hand side, lays it back for O'Brien, who's stuck it just wide with the help of a deflection on the way. I thought he was going to break the net towards the Scotsman O'Brien once more, to the Irishman Michael Doyle. Forward now towards Reeves, who's got space to hit one. He does. Flicks off of the back of a Woking defender. Goes behind for another corner kick. And Knowles tries to keep it in that bottom corner and try to win a throw-in or a corner kick. He doesn't manage to do either, but Woking clear. Referee has a look at his watch and another, puts his whistle to his mouth, and Notts County are 5 unbeaten. They've beaten Woking by 1-0.